rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor to Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Jimos County Commissioners Court for today, July 14, 2025. 9 a.m. is now in session. If we could please rise, we'll take a moment of silence for our longtime librarian, Susan Sherry from Fremont, and our longtime district, our district attorney, Joe Frank Garza. Thank you. Agenda item number 3, public testimony.
I got one, Jim Wells County Emergency Management, Lance Brown. I would like to make an important announcement coming out of the office of Judge Sorvino and Emergency Management. We're going to have extended operation for the SBA Disaster Recovery. Disaster Loan Outreach Center has extended the operations to better serve impacted residents from the May 8th, 2025 severe weather event. The center will now remain open till Thursday, July 24th, 2026. Previously, it was going to be stopped on July 11th, 2025. Services provided is going to be guidance on the disaster loan application process, assistance with completing the application, answers to questions about the SBA disaster loan programs. The location is going to be at 601 East Main, Alice, Texas. Hours are going to be Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And once again, the final day of operation is going to be July 24th, 2025. If you need any more information, please contact Judge's office or myself, and we'll be happy to discuss and further assist everybody. Thank you.
Anybody else like to address the court at this time?
Judge, for all of those willing to participate in the celebration of life for Susan Sherry, it's going to be Thursday, July 17th at 10 a.m. First United Methodist Church in Falfurrias, Texas, at 9 to 9:30 for the public viewing, and 9:30 to 10 it's going to be graveside. We'll follow with a procession to the Fremont Cemetery, and then the reception is going to be at the William Bill Laughlin Community Center in Fremont, Texas. So if you guys anybody wants to go out there, that's the information.
Anybody else like to address the court at this time? Hearing none, I'll go to agenda item number 4. Discuss, consider, and take action to approve minutes from previous meeting.
Move to approve. Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. Any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 5.
Judge, Commissioners, you need to.
Yes. Consent agenda. Consent agenda items will be voted upon in one vote and will not be discussed separately unless requested by the county judge, commissioner, or a citizen.
Yes, Judge, Commissioners, I've reviewed the budget adjustments and they are allowable budget amendments with y'all's approval.
Could I entertain a motion?
Motion to approve item is presented, Judge.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. Any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 6. Discuss, consider, and take action to adopt a resolution congratulating Daniel Guerra on his 80th birthday.
Judge.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Okay. Mr. Daniel Guerra is a former coach in Fremont, Texas, and of course, a legend out there. So I'm gonna read his bio here, and we're gonna try to, hopefully, we can accept the resolution for this item. So I'd like to read this. Pretty interesting. So Daniel Guerra, Coastal Bend Coach Association 2025 Hall of Fame Honor inductee. Daniel Guerra, best known as Coach Guerra, was born in Heavenville, Texas in 1945. The fourth of 8 children, 7 boys, 1 girl. He learned the value of hard work early on in life. The son of immigrant workers, Coach Guerra learned humility and humiliation. Humility because it was hard, honest work. Humiliation because the conditions he endured were not pleasant. Coach Guerra never had a bed. The first bed he ever slept on was when he joined the military. He never had a coat. Cold days picking strawberries, etc., meant peaches and strawberries, etc., wearing every shirt he had to stay warm. He went to school without shoes. Mrs. McGee gave him a pair of red boots because she noticed he came to school without shoes. As a child, he would wake up and with no direction from his parents, he would take his shoe shine box and walk into cantinas and ask for shine shoes. Sometimes the barmaid would convince the man to give him a quarter instead of a dime. He would take whatever he earned and go to the Piggly Wiggly and buy a loaf of bread and bologna. There was no food at home. As a migrant, he worked alongside braceros, Native Mexicans, which did not speak Spanish or English. He found himself driving at 14 to California because he was the only one that could read the signs. In October of his freshman year at Heavenville High School, his family moved from Texas to California and enrolled at Patterson High School. In the scene reminiscence of McFarland, USA, Coach Guerra remembers practicing long jump with his coach when his father drove up and honked. He told his coach he had to leave to work in the fields. He had no food or lunch because lunch cost money and he had none. He went without food all day, and at practice, undeterred by such harsh conditions, he excelled in school and athletics, even advancing to the state track meet his junior year in the 440 race. I got last place, but I made it to state meet. In November of 1962, his family returned to Heavenville. After graduation in 1963, at the age of 17, he volunteered for the U.S. Army and was stationed at Fort Hood, Texas. He was honorably discharged in 1966. He married Azucena Suarez of Heavenville in 1967 and attended Del Mar College and Texas A&I University, learning athletic training under A&I Athletic Training Willie Gibson, and graduated in 1970 with BS in elementary education and again in 1977 with MS in kinesiology, both made possible by the military service. Coach Guerra could often be seen wrapping athletic ankles, fingers, wrists, etc. before games. Even the opposing coaches would bring their athletes to him, and he never turned anyone away. After graduating from college, he took his first job at Colson Elementary in Kingsville from 1970 to 74. He then began coaching at Gillette Middle School from 1974 to 77. Longing to live out in the country, Coach Guerra and his wife moved to Fremont in 1977, where he took a job coaching 8th grade football. As athletic directors came and went at Fremont ISD, he saw that the sport seemed to get the short end of the stick, girls' sports and cross country. It was then in 1989 that he took over the girls' basketball team, coaching them alongside with his daughter to the first playoff appearance in recent history. As athletic directors continued to go and come, he again took over a program he saw receive little to no attention, cross country. As the elementary physical education teacher, he recognized the potential of a group of boys. By now, they were high school students, and he organized the boys and girls programs in 1988, winning Fremont's first state championship in boys cross country. Waiting to enter high school was a group of boys who then made history and won back-to-back state championships from the freshman to senior years. The girls cross country team won district and regionals and advanced to state, winning 5 consecutive state championships in boys cross country, earned Fremont the distinction of being named one of the top 10 boys cross-country programs of all time by TexasRunning.com, coming in number 7. Coach Guerra also took individuals to the state track meet, including a shot putter who's placed third, Raul Nini Garcia, a long-distance runner, mile and 2-mile, who placed second, Rolando Rios. He also experienced success outside the court and field, mentoring thousands of students, athletes, many of whom remember his countless speeches. Coach Guerra also coached his 8-year-old son to a national championship in the punt pass kick in 1980 at Super Bowl 14, okay. January 20, 2020 was the 40th anniversary of this accomplishment. Most recent, the Fremont ISD named their new track the Daniel Guerra Track. It was dedicated in spring 2020 with a sign commemorating the 5 cross-country state championships. Coach Guerra is married to Azucena Guerra, Tamuk 69 and 73 of Heavenville, and lives on a ranch in Fremont. He has 2 children, both proud Javelinas, Hector Guerra, 94, daughter-in-law Sandra, 92, and Ana Alfaro, 96, 5 grandchildren, Gus, a 2016 Javelina graduate, Andre, a 2017-2024 Tamuk graduate, Zachary, a 2022 graduate of Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and current NYU graduate student Makina, a 2022 graduate, and Melina, a 2024 Tamuk graduate who is also currently pursuing a master's degree in Tamuk. The Guerras have 1 grandchildren, Kaizen. This has been his and his wife's greatest legacy, a tradition of education in children and grandchildren. From homeless migrant worker to veteran to custodian to a 2-time college graduate with one of the most distinguished coaching careers in the state of Texas. Coach Guerra currently enjoys retirement with his wife. He owns a ranch where he raised cattle and now leases for hunting. He enjoys watching his grandchildren and great-grandson grow and succeed. Though he is a United States Army veteran and a 5-time state championship coach, he does not broadcast that by wearing anything associated with those accomplishments. You will, however, see him from time to time proudly wearing his camouflage and eye cap. You see, he tells a story when he left the military, his standardized scores were not high enough, and he was accepted into another institutions. Texas A&M University assembled a group of professors of whom he had to go before to plead his case for admittance. Because he was a veteran, they gave him a chance and allowed him to take 12 hours on probationary status. He passed every single class and his probation was lifted. The rest of it is history. Mr. Guerra, congratulations, sir.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
We have one more thing to read, and that is the resolution. Once we read it, then we'll approve it, and we can get the family up front to take some pictures. Ms. Isabel, my executive secretary, is going to read that resolution for us.
A resolution of the Jim Wells County Commissioners Court honoring Daniel Coach Guerra on his 80th birthday. Whereas Daniel Guerra, affectionately known as Coach Guerra, was born in Hebbronville, Texas in 1945, the 4th of 8 children, and from an early age learned the values of humility, perseverance, and hard work as the son of migrant workers. And whereas Coach Guerra is proud veteran of the United States Army, having served honorably from 1963 to 1966, and later graduating from Texas A&I University with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education in 1970 and a Master of Science in Kinesiology in 1977. Whereas Coach Guerra dedicated over 4 decades to public education and athletics, beginning as an educator at Colston Elementary and later as a coach of Gillette Middle School and Fremont ISD, where he left a lasting legacy of mentorship. Whereas throughout his tenure at Fremont ISD, Coach Guerra revitalized the girls' basketball and cross-country programs, leading the boys' cross-country team to 5 consecutive state championships from 1998 onward, earning Fremont national recognition as one of the top 10 boys cross-country programs of all time. Whereas his efforts brought numerous athletes to state-level success in both track and field, including top finishes in the shot put and long-distance events, and also included coaching his son to a national punt, pass, and kick championship at Super Bowl, what was it? 14 in 1980. Whereas Coach Guerra has been honored as a 2016 Distinguished Alumnus of Texas A&I University, was inducted into the 2025 Coastal Bend Coaches Hall of Honor, inducted into the 2023 City of Palms Coaches Hall of Honor, and was awarded the 2019 Tejano Service Award by Texas A&M University, Kingsville. And whereas he remains a proud and humble advocate for higher education and public service, always wearing his signature camouflage A&I cap, a symbol of gratitude to the university that gave him a chance when others would not. And whereas Coach Guerra continues to reside on his ranch in Fremont, Texas with his wife Azucena Guerra, and remains a source of pride and inspiration to his children, grandchildren, and great-grandson, and all who know him. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Jim Wells County Commissioners Court, on behalf of the citizens of Jim Wells County, does hereby recognize and congratulate Daniel Guerra on the occasion of his 80th birthday, and expresses profound appreciation for his lifelong service as a soldier, educator, coach, mentor, and role model. Happy birthday.
Together.
Okay, just for the record, there was also, we had contacted J.M. Lozano, so that he also had a resolution done through the capital of Texas, so it's recognized there also. And if I'm mistaken, isn't the 5 years in a row, nobody's ever done it, right? Just in Fremont. So that's a huge honor. And I learned that from one of your runners, OJ. He just told me, he goes, it's never been done.
Mr. Guerra,
In no level.
thank you so much, number one, for your service. And number two, thank you so much for changing the lives and making the difference in a lot of young, I don't want to say kids, but I'll say young men and young women, because that's what they are. And coaches all around the nation, they make a huge difference. And by everything that I've heard today, you've made a huge and significant difference in so many children and so many young men and women. So that being said, Commissioners Court wants to wish you a happy birthday and wants to convey our sincere gratitude for a person like you. Thank you so much.
Make a motion to adopt.
Can I entertain a motion?
Motion to approve items presented? Okay, second.
I have a motion, have a second. Is there any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Give me a yay on that one. And family, if y'all want to come up, we can take a, snap a picture.
Somebody else. Jimmy. Jimmy. Yeah. He todavía still remembers?
Seeing you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good to see you, man.
Birthday, sir. Congratulations. Thank you. My hands are cold.
So I sent her pictures of America, she said that they can't say it. So I'm like, she's fantastic.
Which one? Oh, really?
Look over here.
Yeah.
All right, great. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Yes, thank you, guys.
Send me a picture. Just in case, because you never know.
I know.
Thank you. We'll get a frame.
Sign this one, compadre. Sign it. Thank you.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Thank you.
Muy agradecido. Muy agradecido.
Sí, señor. Gracias. Okay, we're gonna move forward to agenda item number 7, discuss, consider, and take action to adopt a resolution regarding civil rights, which includes the following: citizen participation plan and grievance procedures, Section 3 policy, excessive force police, limited English proficiency, LEP, standards plan, Section 504 policy and grievance procedures, code of conduct policy, and fair housing policy. Is,
Let me go check with Ms. Norma.
if not, we can do it. I don't think we need a presentation from her. We're fine. This resolution is regarding, of course, the civil rights. And it is, let me see. It's for the community block grant mitigation program that's been awarded to us. I think this is the mid-mod that we have, I think, 6 or 7 projects. This is to complete the grant criteria that is needed. I'll go ahead and read it. Let's see. Whereas Jim Wells County, in consideration for the receipt and acceptance of federal funding for contract, agrees to comply with the federal rules and regulations, including those rules and regulations governing citizens' participation and civil rights protections. Whereas Jim Wells County, in accordance with Section 3 of the Housing and Urban Development Act of 1968, as amended, and 24 CFR Part 135 is required to the greatest extent feasible to provide training and employment opportunities to lower income residents and contract opportunities to businesses in the CDBG MIT project area. Whereas Jim Wells County, in accordance with Section 104-1 of the Housing and Community Development Act, as amended, and state certification requirements at 24 CFR 91.325-B, Section B, -6, must adopt an excessive force policy and prohibits the use of excessive force against nonviolent civil rights demonstrations. Whereas the county, in accordance with the executive order of 13166, must make reasonable steps to ensure meaningful access to services in federally assisted programs and activities by persons with limited English proficiency, LEP, and must have LEP plan in place specific to the locality and beneficiaries for each CDBG MIT project. Whereas Jim Wells County, in accordance with Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act of 1973, does not discriminate on the basis of disability and agrees to ensure the quality of individuals, the qualified individuals with disabilities have access to programs and activities that receive federal funds. Whereas Jim Wells County, in accordance with Section 808E-5 of the Fair Housing Act, that requires HUD programs and activities to be administered in a manner affirmatively to further the policies of Fair Housing Act, agrees to conduct at least one activity during the contract period to affirm further fair housing. Whereas Jim Wells County has designated an overseer and will maintain written standards to conduct covering conflicts of interest and governing the actions of its employees engaged in the selection, award, administration of contracts. Now therefore let it be resolved by Commissioners Court of Jim Wells County that Jim Wells County has adopted the following: Citizens Participation Plan and Grievance Procedures, Section 3 Policy, Excessive Force Policy, Limited English Proficiency LEP Standard Plan, Section 504 Policy of the Grievance Procedures, Code of Conduct Policy, and Fair Housing Policy. That being read, is there any questions? Hearing none, can I entertain a motion?
Motion to approve.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. Agenda item number 8. Discuss, consider, and take action to proclaim April as Fair Housing Month. This proclamation will help to fulfill the fair housing activities and obligation as required by the grant. Resolution 25.0714-3, proclamation of April as Fair Housing Month. Whereas Title 8 of the Civil Rights Act of 1968, as amended, prohibits discrimination in housing and declares it a national policy to provide within constitutional limits a fair housing in the United States. And whereas the principle of fair housing is not only national law and national policy, but a fundamental human concept of entitlement for all Americans. And whereas the National Fair Housing Law during the month of April provides an opportunity for all Americans to recognize that complete success in the goal of equal housing opportunity can only be accomplished with the help and cooperation of all Americans. Now, therefore, we, the Commissioners Court of Jim Wells County, do proclaim April as Fair Housing Month in Jim Wells County, and do hereby urge all citizens to locally look to become aware and support fair housing law. Can I entertain a motion? Okay. I have a motion
Second.
and I have a second. Any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 9, discuss, consider, and take action to adopt a resolution to designate authorized signatories for the Community Development Block Grant Mitigation Program, CDBG MIT, program for GLOW, state contract number 24-065-170-F085. Ms. Isabel, can you read this one? Thank you.
Resolution 2025-0714-1, resolution authorizing signatories. A resolution by the Commissioners Court of Jim Wells County designating authorized signatories for contractual documents and documents for requesting funds pertaining to the Community Development Block Grant Mitigation Program, CDBG MIT, General Land Office, State Contract Number 24-065-170-F085. Whereas Jim Wells County has received a Community Development Block Grant Mitigation Program award to provide flood and drainage facilities, water facilities, and whereas it is necessary to appoint persons to execute contractual documents and documents requesting funds from the Texas General Land Office. And whereas an original signed copy of the CDBG MIT Depository Authorized Signatories designation form is to be submitted with a copy of this resolution. Whereas Jim Wells County acknowledges that in the event that an authorized signatory changes, elections, illness, resignations, etc., the following will be required: a resolution stating the new authorized signatory. A new resolution is not required if this is original resolution names only the title and not the name of the signatory. And a revised CDBG MIT Depository Authorized Signatories Designation Form. Now therefore be it resolved by the Commissioners Court of Jim Wells County, Texas as follows. Section 1. The county judge be authorized to execute contractual documents between the Texas General Land Office and the Jim Wells County for the Community Development Block Grant Mitigation Program, CDBG MIT program. Section 2, the county judge, county auditor, and county treasurer be authorized to execute the state of Texas purchase voucher and request for payment form documents required for requesting funds approved in the Community Development Block Grant Mitigation Program. Section 3, the county judge be authorized to execute environmental review and related documents as a responsible entity RE for the Community Development Block Grant Mitigation Program.
This is also one for the MIT grant, so can I entertain a motion?
Motion to approve as presented.
Second.
I have a motion and I have a second. Any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
All right.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries, Jason. Okay, so I'm seeing my two officers back there, they're getting a little antsy, so I'm gonna go ahead and move forward in the agenda and take care of their agenda item. And it is agenda number 17. Discuss, consider, and take action entering an intergovernmental agreement by and between Brooks County and Jim Wells County to house overflow inmates from the Jim Wells County Jail at the Brooks County Jail.
Yeah, we had reached out to Brooks
Can
County.
you state your name for the court?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good?
Chief Deputy Ray Aguilar with Jim Wells County Sheriff's Office. We were looking for options to get housing a little bit closer than what we have right now. So we had reached out to Brooks County and to GEO, which is also in Brooks County. Brooks County has sent over I believe Judge Guerra has the actual agreement. We currently pay, I believe we're paying $75 a day in Maverick County. And with Brooks County, we'll be paying about $67 a day. Plus, it's a lot closer.
It's at 65 on the,
Is it 65? Yeah, okay. I don't have the exact number, but I believe it was $65, $67. It's cheaper than Maverick, plus obviously way closer.
so are we still gonna have people in Maverick?
Yes, because he can't house everybody that we have in Maverick. But hopefully, once everything gets worked out with GEO, we'll be able to pull everybody and move them to GEO, which is in Brooks también. And that'll make it a lot easier for all of us.
I think they have a capacity, we can have like seven or eight, right?
Yeah, Brooks County can only house maybe 8, which is a start. And then if GEO's deal goes through, they can house up to 100 and something. So that's an option that we're still waiting on. We're waiting on their part. We want to get votes.
So we currently have people in Jim Hogg, Maverick, Zapata, and now it's gonna be Brooks.
Correct.
So eventually, we're gonna pull away from Maverick.
Eventually, we'll move them closer, yes.
Especially if we can get the contract with GEO for sure.
Correct, yes.
That'll save us a lot of money, no matter on a daily rate, but also on the travel.
Travel, wear and tear on vehicles, overtime, it's the whole big picture. You know, right now, when we have to come to court, if it's somebody in Maverick, we need at least a day in advance, because we gotta travel to Maverick. It's about a 6-hour round trip, and then bring them in, house them, prepare them for court. Then if they get sent back, then we're gonna make that trip again.
I make a motion to approve.
Is there any way, do we have any prisoners here that are long-term, that are,
Most of the long-term are already out.
they're already out in the?
Yes.
So,
The ones that are here are the ones that are either fixing to go to court or they're waiting, for bond. A lot of them were waiting on ankle monitors, probation and stuff like that.
Okay,
Second.
I have a motion and I have a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries, and I'm an aye on that one too. Thank y'all very much. We appreciate y'all taking into consideration and trying to save us money.
We'll do what we can.
Appreciate that very much. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Ray.
Now I'm gonna go to number 18. We also have a representative from A&M Kingsville. I think she needs to get back too. So agenda item number 18, discuss, consider, and take action to authorize county judge to negotiate a lease agreement with A&M Kingsville for the use of the unleased portion of the 4th floor of the 601 East Main Building Bank Annex for a term not to exceed to December 31st, 2025. So this is a program where we've been discussing with A&M Kingsville for a while. They need a place to do some instruction, some training. And right now, our 4th floor conference room is available. We are hoping to use that in the evenings at 6 to, I think, 9,
5 to 8:30,
5 to 8:30, and then Saturday, right?
couple of Saturdays. Yes.
Okay, so I'll go and state your name for the court, and I'll let you
Yes.
explain.
Hi, my name is Brenda Ballard. I'm the Director for Career Services in our Workforce Development Department at TAMUC. We have been providing a clinical medical assistant program in Kingsville at our university for the last 6 years, and we've had great success. We have 98% pass rate on the certification exam, and that's on the first try. Those who have failed retry second time and they pass, and 100% job placement. We're able to find a job for all of these students. We found that a lot of our students were coming from Jim Wells County, and so we thought, why not help with the issue of travel for them and try to find a place here. Jeff West, who's our Chief Workforce Development Officer, reached out to Judge and said, hey, do you have a place for us? Because we really like to offer this class. He said, yes, we'll find something for you. We have opened it up for registration, and I checked this morning before I got here, we have 25 students registered to take it in Alice. Out of those, 1 has paid in full already. 18 are working with Workforce Solutions. So Texas Workforce Solutions, we are approved vendor for them. And so this course, for a majority of those 18, will probably be paid for in full. So it's a great program where they can actually take a class, get a certification, provide for their families, be a very good community member, all free, all paid for by Workforce Solutions. So like Judge said, the course will run Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 to 8:30, and on Saturdays from 9 to 4:30. And it's just a couple of Saturdays. And Saturdays are what we call clinicals. So our instructor, Millie Hasso, she goes and makes sure that the room is set up in different areas with different types of tasks, and that's what they do on Saturdays. So education comes. They will have 12 weeks. It runs from August 4th to October 25th. Everything is included. They get all kinds of things with it, their book, and then they'll take the certification exam with me at my testing center, and that's all paid for. The voucher, they receive a voucher that pays for that as part of the total. So it's really good. We're so excited. We didn't expect how much interest we would get, and we opened it up, and our Alice class just boomed. So we're really looking for, we just need one big open area. That's the way our professor teaches, and so we've already seen it, and we think it might work, and so we're really hoping y'all will approve.
I have a question. What kind of training or do you offer, or
So
instruction?
So at our office, we offer, over 100 different online self-paced courses. Face-to-face, we do have a couple. At our Economic Development Center for the county, we have some other courses. We just did a ribbon cutting last week for our Javelina Skills Trades Academy. So we're really developing a lot of face-to-face courses because there's just some people who learn better that way. But our online, it's over 100. For this one, it's clinical medical assistant, what we're gonna start off here. When they finish the class, there'll also be CPR first aid, phlebotomy technician, and an EKG technician. If that goes well, then we plan to open it up to dental assistant, pharmacy tech, and we have other courses that we have curriculum for we can offer.
Thank you.
Thank you. I know Dr. Robert Vela and Dr., who's the president, A&M Kingsville, and Dr. Risto Silva, who is the vice president, are both Alicians. They're born and raised here in Alice, so they want to reach over to Alice and do as much as they can for Jim Wells County, since they're born and raised here. We appreciate that. Jeff West has been instrumental in doing a lot. Actually, Jeff helped us write the grant that we're going to talk about here in just a minute, the USDA grant. But these are kind of services that we've had in mind for our bank, as long as we have the space available and the time availability, and seems like we have both in this situation. So that being said, can I entertain a motion?
Motion to approve. I had a question. So this is gonna be in fourth floor, but in just that open area,
Yeah, and the conference
the
room.
meeting room? And so is it gonna be a charge for it, or is it just free?
Well, they're working on it. Oh, for us?
Yeah.
Right now, I don't see, to create a charge for right now. Maybe in the future, we might discuss some kind of fees.
So it's not gonna interfere with any of the people moving over there?
No. As of right now, it's not gonna, interfere with anything. There is a backup plan if it does, but, right now, and I'm gonna get, as far as the remodeling stuff, we have another agenda item that we'll discuss that in full. But, right now, fourth floor, will not interfere with anything. We're gonna start with the second and third floor, and then we'll end up in the fourth floor probably sometime next year, early next year.
So you don't have to put no money into the fourth floor right now?
No, not right now. No.
When will this start?
August 4th is our first class.
Of this?
Yeah, in a couple of weeks.
And how are they gonna get up there?
Oh, everything's good.
Elevator's good?
Yeah, elevator's good.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's good. And it's only on Tuesdays and Thursdays and 2 Saturdays, right?
Yeah, that's correct. And if for a reason anything changes, we do have a backup plan if
Okay.
need be. We just really wanted to start this partnership with them.
I have a motion.
Second.
I have a second. Any further discussion needed? Excuse me. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. And we kick off the collaboration and the partnership today. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Very much.
Thank you.
Anybody else not waiting for anything, right? We can go back to agenda item number 9. 10. Agenda item number 10, discuss, consider, and take action to approve items left behind at the office of the Sherry Road Media at the bank building to consider as a donation to Jim Wells County. So I know that Sherry Road, the Alice Echo, they're moving from the bank building. They've gotten their own building now. And I know they had a conference table, they had some chairs, they have some other things that we can actually use at the bank. So they sent pictures of it. It's all, we reviewed it. It's all stuff that we can utilize. So all we're doing is accepting the donation today.
Motion to approve items presented, Judge?
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. Any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 11. Discuss, consider, and take action to renew the lease agreement with Victor Science Jr. and Anama Signs for leasing premises for the purpose of operating an outdoor warning siren system.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion and a second. We have a current
Contract, yes, sir.
contract with them. That is where our, one of our sirens is located. I think Commissioners Court really wants to continue with the agreement and continue to house our sirens there.
It's always been a 3-year contract, Judge, and it commenced July 14th, and it goes through July 13th, 2028.
This is where,
It's right there off of 281 before we get to Bembo.
okay.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Yeah, I did.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 12, I'm gonna go ahead and read it out, but I'm gonna have to ask for a table because I think we're still on the contract. I'm gonna discuss it with our county attorney before we do anything else. So, agenda item number 12, discuss, consider, and take action to request bids for lawn care services to include courthouse adult probation and juvenile probation and jailhouse, and the bank building at 601 Alice, Texas. Can I entertain a motion to table, please?
Motion to table. Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 13, discuss, consider, and take action to go out for bids, RFPs for purchase of a 2014 John Deere motor grader, model 770G, with no less than 5,000 hours or more than 7,000 hours.
Commissioners, Judge, we're looking to purchase a motor grader. The one we currently have is kind of beat up, used, and it's outdated, pretty old. And it's kind of keeping us behind on our work. So being that it's more than $50,000, we need to request bids so we can find one
Motion to approve.
and purchase it.
I have a motion, I have a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 14, discuss, consider, and take action to open bids in response to bid number 071425 for a used 2017, 2020 Freightliner Business Class M2 106 for Commissioner Precinct 2, Arturo Garcia Jr. This is it, right?
Yes, that's the only one.
Want to make sure I don't open one that's not supposed to be open. Brown.
No miss these people.
It's sealed.
I don't think they want bid.
Sorry.
Stream so big.
Arts Truck and Equipment, bid number 071425, Jim Wells County, used 2017, 2020 Freightliner Business Class M2 106 dump truck. And it is priced at $65,500.
What's that? What exactly is it, Mr. Garcia?
That's it.
Yeah, like.
Okay, it's a model 2017, business class M2. Condition is used, hours is 512. It's got a Cummins engine, diesel, transmission. It's an Ellison automatic transmission, 6-speed. Okay, gross weight is 53,000, front axles 14.6. Length of the body is 14 feet. It's air conditioned. And it's a.
14-yard capacity.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. It's got a brand new 14 yard dump capacity. So that's what I'm looking for. So I make a motion that we accept this bid and commence the procedure to acquire it.
Second motion.
I have a motion, I have a second. Any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries, and that was the only bid, so we're able to make the decision today on it. So we don't lose this?
Yeah.
Agenda item number 15, discuss, consider, and take action to authorize Jim Wells County Commissioner Precinct 2, Ventura Garcia, to advertise for sealed bids for seal coating projects.
Yes, I want to try to see what the market shows as far as seal bidding. So I'm advertising to seal coat a few of my roads and maybe some shoulders. If we don't go out for bids, we don't know what the market is doing. So that's basically what I'm going out for bids. And I welcome anybody else that wants to join. Would be the more you seal coat, the cheaper it gets. And so last year we had a real good price, but we also seal coated about 40 miles. So I'm looking at seal coated maybe 9. So that, so it might not be as good as last year. But anyway,
What was the price last year, Mr. Garcia? What was the price last year?
it was $2.60 for a single course and $4.60 for a double. It was like 20,000 for a single. It was like, that depends on the width. It was like around 20,000, and the double was like at 30. It was a real, it was a real good bid because we had so many miles to do, and we got it done. So anyway, yeah, that's the reason I'm testing the market again. I make a motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. Any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 16, discuss, consider, and take action to approve an interlocal agreement as amended with the city of Fremont regarding the cowboy sign located on Jim Wells County Park property. So this agenda item was previously approved. All we needed was to amend it to include section number 9, severability, which means that if any part of the portion, clause, or paragraph in this agreement is deemed invalid, the remainder of the agreement shall remain in full force and effect. And this was requested by the city of Fremont. City of Fremont had their meeting on July 1st, 2025, and they approved it. So all we're here to do is to approve that amendment.
I believe they also added, Judge, the section where we mentioned to them that that sign is in the county property, so it's included with it, it's connected to the electricity in the park, so we just leave the way it is. I believe Mr. Guerra, I had mentioned it to Mr. Guerra, I believe he added that to it.
Okay. I make a motion, we approve.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. Any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. Agenda item number 19, discuss, consider, and approve an inclusion to the language on a resolution previously approved on February 28, 2025, authorizing the county judge to submit a grant application for rural business development grant through the U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA. The inclusion will identify the county judge as the signature agent for the grant. So I have some good news on that grant. This was a grant that I wrote in collaboration with the A&M Kingsville, Jeff West. And we scored very high on it. We've been awarded. We just don't know how much we're going to be the final number on the award. The change on the resolution, it's naming, we had Jim Wells County as a signator, and they wanted us to be more specific on what office or a person. So we put Jim Wells County Judge. I'm usually the signator on the majority of the grants. So what this means is floor number 3 and the conference room on number 4. We have listed A&M Extension Office, which is Rogelio Mercado, A&M Kingsville, of course, us, the workforce of Coastal Bend, the high schools, and I think that's it. We're all in participation with this grant, but this grant is going to allow us to remodel the 3rd floor all the way, everything on the 3rd floor except the Altus, who's leasing it, who's leasing I guess it's a little bit more than a quarter of it, and we're going to take the majority of the rest of it, and then will allow us to totally remodel the conference room on the 4th floor. Like I said, we don't know the amount. We're getting funds for engineering, for remodeling, and for creating some offices and computers, desks, conference room tables, chairs, and anything else for training, as far as visuals, televisions, you name it. Is there anything else I missed?
So the grant's gonna cover all those expenses? The county's not gonna put up any money?
No, the county's not gonna put up any money, and if there is, they'll let us know. I'll bring it back to court, and before we approve anything further than we are today.
There's no matching, as we speak.
I think there is a match, I just don't know what it is and how much.
Might be doing some in-kind.
We might be doing some in-kind, or the building might be it. And I think we'll be on the hook for the programs for a year or 2. And then after that, all the remodeling, of course, belongs to the county.
So how long will it, if it's approved, how long will it be before they start? Are we gonna have anybody in there? We're gonna have to remove them?
No,
Move 'em out or anything?
I don't think
Gonna be an
so.
inconvenience for anybody?
I don't think there's gonna be any inconvenience because only Altus is on the 3rd floor, and that's how the majority of the remodeling is gonna be on the 3rd floor. I have to have everything, this correction and a couple of other additions that they're asking for by the 18th, which is Thursday. Once we submit those, it shouldn't be long for them to notify us how much we are receiving. Once that is taken care of, I'll bring it back to Commissioners Court, give everybody an update, and we'll, on authorizations to move forward.
So then we decide how much we can do.
Yeah. We'll decide how much, if they give us the full award, it's $500,000, 500,000. I'm not sure we'll need the whole 500,000, but if not, they may say, you know what, you asked for 5, you're only getting 3, then we'll have to condense whatever else, whatever's we're doing. But until we get the amount, we won't know.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion. I'll second. I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it. Agenda item number 20. Discuss, consider, and authorize the county judge to submit a technical correction, change of scope letter, and allocation for the FY 2024 community project funding be changed from the project municipal utility district creation to the project of drinking water infrastructure to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, Region 6 for the Tecolote Owl Ranch project. Okay, so hold on, let me sign this real quick. So we currently have a $1.2 million grant from the project, community projects grants from De La Cruz, Congresswoman De La Cruz's office. The original plan with Jim Wells County was a municipal utility district creation. As we all know, that with some of the things that came up with creating the municipal utility district, we did not approve that. We still have that money. I'm coming to Commissioner's Court to propose a 3-phase program, which the first phase would be this one, changing it from a municipal utility district creation to drinking water infrastructure. And what that means is we will have, with $1.2 million, we would purchase a commercial water well, a water tank, a freestanding water tank, and we could begin providing water services there as far as residents coming in, and we can provide water to them instead of them having to drive from Tecolote all the way to Orange Grove or to Alice or so forth. And will also give us an opportunity to have water there present for emergency services. This will be the first phase that we would use this $1.2 million for. The second and third phases would be providing the lateral lines for first-time water when we would apply and get grants for that. Right now, we don't have any grants that'll cover that right now. We will ensure that phase 2 and phase 3 will include that. As of right now, phase 1, we do have the $1.2 million available to us. I've been working on it with our engineer, Mr. Garcia, and we've been working with Mr. Garcia from EPA. Right now, we're in the process of submitting the change of scope and changing the technical name for it. And I just need approval from Commissioner's Court.
Is that possible, Judge, that we can change it? Because that's what I had requested the last time. They said they weren't sure we could do that.
Yeah, Mr. Garcia from EPA, he's pretty confident that we can make that change, since the community project grant has been awarded. He's confident that the main goal is to provide water, first-time water after the phase 3 of the program. That's the ultimate goal. Right now, since it's phase 1 of the project and we cut it into phases, Mr. Garcia feels very confident that it's going to get approved. Also, Mr. Garcia, you asked about a match on the previous grant. There is a match on this one. However, at this time also, we're submitting a cost share waiver information since we meet the LMI criteria, and it's for first-time water over there. He's confident that we'll get the cost share waiver also. And again, this approval will allow us to submit that. Once we get all that information and true transparency, I'll bring it back into Commissioner's Court with an update, and we can move forward.
I'll make a motion, Judge.
I got questions. So when you said you'll provide water there, is that gonna be potable water or non-potable water?
Non-potable water.
At free, no cost to the,
Well, let's get to that point. I don't mind,
just a,
yeah, I don't mind it being, what I'm trying to do is provide a service over there, because right now, we know that some of them, they're hauling water every day. So, I say, let's get the grant, let's get everything rolling, and then if we choose to apply a fee, then we'll apply a fee. If we apply a fee, the fee would cover just for the person. They'll have to cover that, the location, because,
I'll make a motion to approve, Judge. I think it's a great start for what we wanted to do before. But the other route was just not feasible. And I think that with this start, I think it's moving forward, applying for new grants. I think we can get to where we wanted to be in the first place. So I make a motion to approve.
I have another question. Are you gonna have enough to drill a well, provide the tank and the pump and everything? With the
yes.
1.2?
We had just, Mr. Eddie Garcia provided an updated budget, and it was a little over. Right now, he's going over it again to try to see how we can trim off the fat and see if we can meet our goals with that 1.2.
Okay.
Because the well's gonna run about 900,000, ain't it?
I think it was at 800, 850, something like that right now. And of course, we're gonna try everything we can to complete this project with the 1.2 and try to skim as much as we can and still get what we need and still move forward on the
So
project.
we're gonna have to look at the well, the property, and the tank.
Yeah. But that's another thing, good point. The property, this gives me an opportunity, knowing that I'm gonna use a lot of time to go and try to do property acquisition. Once I get the okay from here, then it gives me a better feeling to going out there and try to work on the property acquisition. But like I said, none of that would move forward until I bring it to Commissioner's Court and get further approval.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. Is there any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. And I'm a yay on that one too. Thank you, Commissioner. Agenda item number 21, discuss, consider, and take action on payroll and bills as submitted by the county auditor with the exemption of Fund 52, 53, and 54.
Nobody has any questions, Judge? Make a motion to approve.
I have a motion and a second. I don't have any questions on it. Anybody else have any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Anybody like to address the court before we adjourn?
Yeah, I'd like to, Judge, if I may. Going to the May 8th thunderstorms that we had here, we believe we're pretty much already caught up with the brush in our part. I mean, we're still picking up some, but it's just basically regular stuff that people put out there. But for the most part, all the bigger area, the bigger piles of brush have already been addressed. So here, hopefully, in the next couple of weeks, we can go back to addressing other issues, the road constructions and all that. So just an update. It's been about, what, 10 weeks now? So we're hit pretty hard, so just.
Hey, Judge, till when is the landfill gonna be open for the people to drop off brush?
Oh,
Can't answer that.
I have somebody who wants to speak.
Is that an item on the
Yeah,
agenda?
so, according, with our permit, we supplied or we, did an extension. And so, we were thinking, that there was still a lot of debris around town. City of Alice, we're still partnered with City of Alice and everything. And so we got it, our deadline, our drop deadline was like August 14th. And so Judge and I, Judge did the, thing.
Okay. I can't answer back, but
Well, he's making a presentation, so it's not answering questions.
Yeah, so it's until September 1st is whenever our extension for TCEQ. But what we're asking is just bring in the materials. Our permit is for us to bring in the materials that happened during the thunderstorm, right?
By the way, there's not very much brush coming in.
Right.
And we're out there every day. My suggestion was August 1st, and we're gonna have some stragglers go to the middle of August. We still have to level the land and grow the grass again. And we got county fair around the corner. So my suggestion would be, whoever's gonna bring brush, they need to do it within the next 2 or 3 weeks. Because that's what works for us, and I don't see too much brush coming in anymore. I know the city's still bringing it. If they wanna continue to burn, they need to bring it as soon as possible. They can't drag their feet. We cannot have anybody drag their feet, because we gotta move on. And we've done a great job with our trash. I mean, people bring tons of trash. By the end of the day, it's all burned. But like last week, it was really slowed down to the point to where we need to find a deadline. And I think shoot for August the 1st, maybe go to the middle of August, that's.
drop dead August 8th.
But we do have permissions to August 8th. So I wanted the deadline to be August 1st, but we're gonna get some stragglers, that kind of extend it till then. And we can always go to September 1st, like you say, but I just don't see the need. If there's a need, certainly we can be there. But today, I don't see that need, so,
It's just brush.
just brush,
Not trash.
no debris, just clean brush. And I see a lot of green stuff, that's getting burned. So that's not part of the disaster, so TCEQ, shows up there and they see a lot of that green stuff. They're not gonna approve it, so we need to really focus on August the 1st with maybe going the next week or so. Thank you.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. Any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it. Mr. Pete, thank you.